It's only a matter of time before you will be asked to quickly summarize data across multiple categories. Don't reach for Excel. You can pivot this data right inside the database. I'm Woody Null. You're watching The Null Value Show, equipping you to add value with data and analytics. I've been working with databases for 15 years, and I'm excited to help you learn too. Before we jump in, I'd like to remind everyone about the Null Value Show giveaway. When we reach 100 subscribers on YouTube, one lucky viewer will win this awesome 30-ounce Yeti cup engraved with the Null Value logo. So please be sure to subscribe and tell all of your friends to subscribe too. This video is part of my series on writing SQL. If you missed the previous videos, please go check those out. Today, we will learn the pivot operation on SQL. You're probably already familiar with pivot tables in Excel. Pivot tables let you summarize data across categories. The good news is that you don't need to export your data to Excel to do this. SQL has a pivot operation built right in. In this first example, we're going to create a pivot of sales revenue per sales rep per month. Our base table looks like this. There's one row per line item per order. To get started, we're going to write a basic select query with the information that we need. Here we're selecting the order year, order month, sales rep name, and then the quantity times price as our sales revenue. Next, we're going to turn this query into a subquery. If you missed my video on subqueries, please check that out too. We're going to give this subquery the call name X, just because I'm not very creative. When we select star from this subquery, we get the exact same results as before. Now we can begin the pivot. We type the pivot keyword, and then a set of parentheses. First, we tell it what aggregation to use. I'm going to use a sum here, but you could also use an average, min, max, and so forth. Inside the sum, we tell it which field we want to sum, in this case, revenue. Then we type the for keyword, and then we tell it what field to use across the top of the pivot. We want our pivot to have one column per sales rep. So we say for sales rep, and then type the in keyword, and then another set of parentheses. And now we list out the sales reps that we want to appear in our pivot table. Lastly, we're going to give the pivot itself an alias. I'll just call it my pivot, since I'm not very creative. Optionally, we can sort the final results here. I think it makes sense to sort this by year and month, so that everything is in order. All right, when we run this, we get the pivot table with one row for every year and month, and then one column for every sales rep in the sales rep list that we specified. And then the cell values are the total revenue that sales rep sold that month. Hey, if you're getting value out of this video, please hit like. In my next example, we're going to create a pivot showing how many of each product each sales rep sold in the year 2021. We'll have a row for every product and a column for every sales rep. Once again, we're going to start by getting the basic information, such as product ID, name, sales rep, and quantity, and then filtering to the year 2021. Let's check the results here real quick. Looks good. Then we can subquery this and alias it as X and start building our pivot. Here we're going to sum quantity because we want to know how many of each product was sold. Then we will for sales rep in and type out the list of our sales reps. This time I'm going to sort by product ID so that we can easily find each product. When we run this, we will get one row for each product and one column for each sales rep. The number in the cell tells us how many of each product was sold by each sales rep in the year 2021. By now, I hope you can see that there is one flaw in how this works. We have to type out the list of sales reps every time. This is a weakness of the pivot operation in SQL. There is a workaround for it, but it's relatively advanced, and we'll cover that in a future video. Let's do one more example that's a little bit more sophisticated. This time we want to compare year-over-year sales by customer. Our base query will have order year, customer ID, customer name, and sales revenue. We're going to limit to last year and the year before last. This where clause is dynamic, meaning that it will always give us the previous 2 years. Next year, we won't need to change the query. Then we can pivot. The The aggregation is sum of revenue, and the columns in our pivot will be order years 2020 and 2021. We'll alias this as my pivot, and then sort by customer ID. And then when we run this, we'll get one row per customer, and then one column for last year and one column for the year before. And the cell values represent the total revenue that that customer bought during that year. Now this is useful, but what if we want to know the percent change? What we're going to do is make this entire thing a subquery. I'm not very creative, so I'm going to alias this as Y. Then we can select all of our columns from Y. It's important that we note the column names that are actually numbers have to be enclosed in square brackets. That way the database sees it as a column name and not as an actual number. Now, we're going to add two calculated columns. The first one will be 2021 minus 2020, and we'll alias this as diff. And this will give us the absolute difference in dollars between the 2 years. Next, I'll do a calculation for 2021 minus 2020 divided by 2020, and this gives us the percent difference between the 2 years. Lastly, I'm going to order this result by percent difference descending to see which customer had the biggest growth year over year. The customer that grew the most was Tracked Industries. They went from about $5,000 to about $15,000 of revenue. This was a gain of almost $10,000, or 176%. And scrolling to the bottom of the results, we can see that the customer that lost the most business was Scranton Heavy Duty Truck Center. They went from $16,000 to about $5,000, which was a 70% loss. As we just saw, the pivot operation in SQL is really handy for summarizing data across multiple categories. And you don't even need Excel, it can be done right inside the database. Please don't forget to subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe too. Let's get up to 100 and win that Yeti. We'll catch you next time on The Null Value.